reports are now saying that there has been a shooting in central Paris, and the fear is that several people have been injured. We'll try and get more details of what really has happened, but this is not the first time that we're seeing shootings like this. We'll try and get more details of what the motive was or who the shooter was. But as of now, very initial details trickling in where we're understanding, as I said, there has been shooting in central Paris, and the fear is that several people, in fact, have been injured. As I said, this is the update coming in as of now, but we'll have to wait and see of what is the motive of the shooting, who the shooter was, and how many injuries also being reported, and if any casualties also. But very initial information as of now, which is being reported by the news agency AFP, which is in fact saying that there has been a case of shooting in central Paris. This is what police sources are telling the agency, and the fear is that several people have been injured. As I said, not the first time that we're seeing something like this happen specifically in Paris. Abhishek, my colleague, is now joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek, any more details that you're picking up?
So the initial report suggests that there has been a shooting. The shooter has not been identified yet, but initial reports suggest that in the sporadic shooting, at least 10 people have been injured. And several, we have to know, we have to wait for the confirmation if the severity of people who were shot at is actually very high, or were they critically injured. We could see several ambulances going at this spot, taking away the victims to the hospitals. Police has actually cordoned off the area, and the attempt to nab the culprit is very much on. This is one of the rare events that happens because Paris is known for being very attractive destination for tourists. So there are people of various nationalities who are present in Paris at various points of time. And this being festive season, this whole city has been very crowded, and the location that we are currently talking about is also one of the crowded area where the shooting has occurred. The latest information is not much about who the culprit was or what was the motive and whether it was an organized crime or whether it was a terrorist attack. The official confirmation is nothing of that sort, but we know as of now that there has been a shooting that has happened in the central Paris, and about 10 people have been injured, and 2 people, the latest information that we are picking up is 2 people have died, 4 have been injured, and 2 of them are in critical condition as a result of the shooting. So unfortunately, 2 people have succumbed to their injuries that they have got. The shooter is still to be nabbed. Police have cordoned off the area, and there are special forces of police which are combing the area, trying to nab the culprit who was behind this whole attack. 2 people have unfortunately died, 4 have been injured, and 2 are reported to be critically injured.
So as Abhishek is pointing out, some more details now trickling in. We still don't know who the shooter was. The shooter is at large. Whether this was a terrorist attack, that also hasn't been established just yet. But the unfortunate bit of news is that 2 people have succumbed to their injuries. 4 others are injured, out of which 2 are said to be in a critical condition. Abhishek, we're also already putting out some visuals on our screens as well. What about the deployment on the ground? What is the kind of areas that have been cordoned off now?
The police is on the spot. We have seen visuals where ambulances were present, victims of the shooting to the hospital, but unfortunately 2 of the people who were shot at are believed to have died due to their injury. 2 are still in critical condition, but they are being provided medical assistance. Whatever is available at this spot. 2 are also, other 2 are also injured, but the criticality of their injury is not as severe. So far, it looks like at least 6 people got shot at in this firing. Who were behind this attack is still not clear because the culprit is still to be apprehended by the police official. Area is being cordoned off, and the coming operation by the special forces in the Paris is still on to find out who all were behind the attack. I mean, there are multiple reports as to who all. It could be very much a fight between 2 groups from other part of the world. Whether it was just a terrorist attack, whether the person was a lone wolf attack, had some motive behind this attack, it's still not clear. We'll have to wait for some official briefing by the Paris police before we could conclude anything regarding the attacker. But unfortunately, 2 people are reported to have died in the shooting that has happened in central Paris.
So, Abhishek, as you're saying, deployment on the ground, of course, has increased. Combing operations have already begun. Unfortunately, 2 people have lost their lives. Yes, we will await for an official police briefing. But any other word coming in from the authorities on the ground or the government already?
Not really, because they have said that, this much has been told that there has been one shooting. People should not go to that area because the culprit, the attacker, is still at large, is not been apprehended. So he could still be potentially lethal to other people in the area. And
so,
that is
Abhishek,
one of the
when you
concerns.
say that the shooter is still at large, could you talk to us about the specific area where the shooting has happened?
This is part of central Paris, and it was very much a crowded area. We know that the festivity is very much on, and if you could just say that the area has, police sources have told that a man has been arrested regarding this. So now the latest report that we are getting is one person is apparently arrested for the crime that has happened in central Paris in the shooting where 2 people have been killed, 2 have been severely injured, and other 2 are also injured. The area's name is Rue Genin in the 10th arrondissement. This is some part of central Paris which is very much crowded, and the festivity is on. So much of the people were so much of they were relaxed and they were shopping. And in that sense, when it was like least expected, then this attack has happened, and unfortunately, 6 people were shot at, 2 have died, 2 are critically, injured, and 2 are also injured.
Abhishek, as you rightly pointed out, Christmas is just round the corner. Holiday season is already on. If this was a crowded area, then the fear is that the number of casualties and injuries could go up. As you were saying, 2 people have lost their lives, 2 critically injured, and 2 others have sustained injuries. The fear is that number could go up. This, of course, brings back memories of the 2015 Paris attacks, which, of course, was a terrorist attack. Any details now emerging of any sort of similarities or a modus operandi?
So police are still investigating whether this attack has also similarity of some attacks that has happened in the past. Paris has witnessed some of the worst terror attacks in the past also. But in the recent days, it was believed to be a very much safe city. There have been multiple lone wolf attacks in the past also in Paris, but to relate them at this point of time will be little premature because the investigation is very much on. One person has apparently been apprehended, and we'll have to wait until police further investigates and questions that person as to certain what was the motive behind this attack, whether it was a part of an organized syndicate, it was just a lone wolf attack, or it was some sort of terrorist attack where they wanted to convey some message to the government of France or the people living in that area. So, or it was just an attempt to terrorize the people for some sort of their ideological, to push forward their ideological thing. So, there could be multiple theories at this point of time, but we'll have to wait until there is official confirmation and official investigation that will be briefed by police official in the city very soon.
Right, and Abhishek, we're already putting out some other visuals as well